All right, this is the "Are you serious?" moment of the day. We're gonna give it a little shake. No, you don't have to shake it. I'm just messing with you guys. They're going into a tumbler. They're going to swish and slosh around for a couple of hours, but I figured that'd be funny. Hey there, metal detecting and or coin enthusiast. Today we're going to show you how to clean your modern non-collectible coins using a coin tumbler. Coins can get dirty and dull over time, but with this simple process, you can bring their shine back in no time. Let's get to the process. All right, folks, as you can see, I've got my Harbor Freight's Chicago Electric rock tumbler, and this is what I use to clean my coins. It works great. I've got the dual drum. One drum is specifically for my pennies, and the other drum is for quarters, dimes, and nickels. The reason why I like the two drums and the reason why I recommend you get two drums is because you never want to put pennies in with anything other than a penny, because then you start getting tarnishing and discoloration. And trust me, if you want your coins to look good, don't mix pennies with anything other than pennies, okay? And on the subject of that, this is for modern clad only, nothing of potential value. If you have, silver dimes or silver quarters, anything that could potentially be worth more than what it is, don't put it in here. Do not do that. All right, now that I scared you to death, let's get to the ingredients. All right, so let's talk about the ingredients. As you can see here, there isn't a whole lot of them. We're going to start with a measuring glass of 2 cups of water. I am not using all of this water, but I like to have it so that way if I use it, great. If I don't, great. I just don't want to run out of it while I'm in my room doing all this stuff because I'm not in my kitchen. Some standard rocks. Now you can use aquarium gravel like I have here, or you can go out and buy some porcelain shards or whatever those, I don't know. I use aquarium gravel, it works just fine. So for this video, aquarium gravel, doesn't matter. Just don't get the colored rocks because that's obviously artificial. So you want to stay with as natural and neutral of a color as you can for your coin's sake. Some baking soda to add a little bit more cleaning power to the rocks as it's swishing around in there and scratching the coins up. And then you've got your Dawn. Dawn cleans everything, right? So it doesn't hurt to put a little bit in there. I've been doing this for years. I'm not going to stop doing it. Let me show you how this works. All right, now it's time for my favorite part, adding the coins. So I still have gravel in here and some pennies. I didn't clean them yet. I just dumped them in there. Here is a pack of pennies. It's all pennies in here. I'm gonna throw them in here. Now I know I didn't go over what's in this one, but that's okay because I'm gonna go over it in the next one. This is empty. So I just wanted to get the pennies in here and out of the way. And we'll go through the process. Let me get the lid on here and I'll see you on the next clip. All right, so after I got done closing the pennies, I realized I didn't add the water, I didn't add the soap, and I didn't add the baking soda. So anyway, all right, so what we're gonna do is, here is the drum, one of the drums, completely empty. Here are my dimes, quarters, and nickels. I'm going to put them in the tumbler, just like so, okay? 1 tablespoon of baking soda. And I have a tablespoon plus here, okay? Put that right in there. Now, the rocks. So I usually put in about 1/4 of the way up, I'll fill it with rocks. And I'm making a mess here on my table. So I'll just dump in about 1/4 of the way with rocks. Whoop, that's about 1/4 there. Plus I got rocks all over the table. Great. Anyway, doesn't matter. All right, so now as you can see, I've got rocks in there, coins on the bottom, and baking soda. Here's the soap. I cannot stress this enough to you folks. Do not put a lot of this in here. A very small drop goes a very long way. If you put too much of this in your tumbler, trust me, I know, been there, done that, clean that, don't do it. You put too much of this in there, it'll get too sudsy in there, build up a lot of pressure, and well, you get the idea. So, literally a drop. That is it. You don't need any more than that. Here go my pennies. I almost forgot that I have to do the same process for my pennies. So we'll put the soap in there. We'll get the baking soda in there because I didn't do any of this for my pennies. All right, so both of them have rocks a quarter of the way. They both have their coins. They both have baking soda. They both have Dawn dish soap. You can use whatever dish soap you want. Dawn just so happens to be what I have at home. And I have 2 cups of water because I have 2 containers to fill. The water, I am going to fill it up just above the rocks. So when I no longer see any jaggedness from the rocks, I stop, okay? That's when I know I have enough water in there. When you can't see any more dry rocks, you have enough water. And I'll add the same thing to my pennies. Now, that leaves me with a quarter cup of water. So, yep, there's that. All right, we're gonna put our tumbler together, just like so. I've got 2 of them. I'm not gonna make you sit through this, so let me get these buttoned up. We'll be right back. We're almost there, folks. Got, I don't know, pennies, maybe? I don't know, maybe nickels, dimes, quarters? Not sure. Don't remember which order they were in. But either way, they're both loaded. All we gotta do now is turn it on and wait 2 to 3 hours, come back and finish it up. So, let's turn this on. Now we wait. We sit here and watch paint dry for 3 hours. Wow, that was fast. Let's take a look at our coins. Moment of truth. All right, so I made it down into the kitchen. My wife's gonna kill me when she sees the mess I make. But listen, I have a bucket in my sink because when I dump these out, they're gonna be full of nasty, brown, disgusting chocolate water, full of all kinds of crud. You don't want that in your pipes in your sink. Chances are you're gonna clog it. So let me go ahead and undo these and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to pour it out. All right, so I have to use a butter knife because between the baking soda, the regular soap, the agitation of the rocks and the water and all the cleaning agents, you do get pressure buildup in there, and it can be hard to take off. But take a look at the mess I made. I must have had a little bit of leaking. See that? The little white residue from the baking soda? Anyway, we'll go ahead and take that one off. We'll take this one off. Now, I don't know which is which. I don't know which is pennies. All right, well, this is going to be the quarters, nickels, and dimes because I can see that it's quarter on top. So I've got a strainer. Yep, my wife's noodles. So that way I don't put all this stuff into my pipes. Just going to dump it right in there. Look at the color of this water coming out here. See that? It's like chocolate milk. Wow, I could already see the difference of the coins. I'm acting surprised like I've never seen it before. So I'm just going to leave that in there, turn the water on, give it a quick rinse. Just like that. Wow, these coins look really good. Alright, now I'll go ahead and put these coins back in the tumbler, and then we'll get the pennies going next. Time for the pennies. Let's see if we can see. You should be able to see from there. We'll bring it closer. All right, let's see how dirty this water is here. I'm trying to get you at an angle where you're not. There we go. That might work. Yeah, it's like chocolate milk. Like I said, you don't want this in your plumbing, so don't do that. Put it in a bucket or do it outside. Alright, so just like the last batch, I'm just going to rinse off the soap and all the crud that's in here into the bucket. And then we'll head on upstairs and take care of the rest. Alright, so now that we have our coins cleaned, rinsed, back in here, it's time to let them dry. So what I do is I just have these plastic drawers that go in one of those little Tupperware 3-slot drawer thingies. I've got 2 of them. One for my silvers, one for my coppers, or coppers and silvers, vice versa, it doesn't matter. The only thing where it matters for me is the actual tub itself, because the inside will get tarnished with either the copper or the silver or whatever you want to call this, nickel. So yeah, so I'm just going to dump them in the bins like so. Okay, and as you can see, we are empty inside the cleaning barrels. And then let me show you what the inside of these tubs look like. Not that you don't understand what they look like, I'm going to show you anyway. So this is the penny bin, all right? Clean pennies and some dirty rocks. And then here are the quarters, nickels, and dimes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck out all these quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies, put them on paper towel, let them dry, and I'll be right back. Well, there you have it, folks. After 2 to 3 hours of tumbling your coins with basic aquarium gravel in a tumbler, and you went from what we had at the beginning of the video to where we are now with these beautiful shiny coins. Now, this isn't an end-all be-all. You are going to have some coins that, well, no matter what you do, no matter how long you leave them in the tumbler, they just don't want to get clean. These are the zinc pennies. So, at the end of the day, this is just so that you can get all that grime and dirt and unnecessary debris off of your coins, so you can throw them in a coin wrapper and take them to the bank, cash in on your hobby. These guys here, well, I'm probably just going to bury them for someone else to find later. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But, you know, and sometimes when you're cleaning your coins, you'll even come across some goodies, which, well, they were good before you cleaned them. Sometimes you'll pull out a quarter and it'll be a 64. Sometimes you'll pull out a nickel. And, I mean, look at these 2 nickels. These nickels, I don't know why they look like that, but they're really, really light, really porous, and they're from 1988. But if you take a regular nickel, and you look at it, look at the difference in the thickness, right? Like, look at that. So the one down here was found on a beach. So my guess is from rolling and tumbling in the sand, it wore the nickel away to where it's thinner and lighter than a regular nickel. And this is the nickel that I found in the dirt. Isn't that crazy? Can you see the difference in the coloration on that too? Like, it's insane. I just don't understand. But that's it. That's how I clean my coins. So on a rainy day or a cold day, or just a day where you don't want to be bothered by anybody, grab all your coins, grab your solution, grab your tumbler, and make a day out of it. Till next time, I'm Jose from Tampa Bay. All right, so with that being said, if you do your coin cleaning differently, let me know down below. I would like to hear your comments on how you clean your coins, type of solutions you use, and the technique that you use. All right?
Clean up the world one piece at a time, leaving trash in the seas an unthinkable crime. Fishing for treasures from pennies to priceless. You dropped your phone, guess you looking deviceless. Retrieving your money, your watches, your jewelry, giving the oceans, the lakes, and the rivers all trash free. You lost your knife, well it's right where you stuck it, but I got you, bro, cause it's in the bucket.